PS5 Pro unboxing plus SSD disk drive and vertical stand install. I just got in my PS5 Pro and man, I'm about to unbox this thing because I've been waiting 2 days and I just haven't had time to do this. So let's see what's inside. I also have a 2TB SSD that I'm going to install for my PS5 because Call of Duty thinks it's the only game in the world, so it takes up all the space on my PS5. So it has 2 TB built in, but we're gonna add 2 more terabytes to this, and that way it'll have 4 TB altogether. And since this is digital only, I'm gonna add a disk drive to this, so I'll show you guys how to do that later on in the video. So let's get this thing open. All right, so we got the seal here. I'm gonna use this. Let's get it. Let's get this open. Remember just growing up, when you get a brand new console as a gift, it's like the best feeling to open those up. It's kind of like when you get a new car, you get that new car smell. You get the same thing from these consoles. As soon as you open this up, you can smell the new plastic and just like all the accessories and everything just smells brand new. So it looks like the first thing we got is the power cable. It's probably like the most important thing. And then these are the horizontal feet. Got 2 of these. This is like basically the horizontal stand on this thing. Let's see what else is in here. All right, so now we got the HDMI cable and then a USB-C cord for the DualSense. We got the DualSense controller here. I wish they would have came out with the DualSense Edge on this thing. Since it's a Pro console, they should have just gave us a Pro controller. So, whatever. All right, so up top it just shows you how to open this box. In case you're confused about it, I guess. All right, let's pull this out of here. Let's get this thing out. So we got the quick start guide and then the safety guide. All right, let's finally get this thing open. Oh, man. Dang. Wow. This thing is nice. It's a lot thinner than the regular PS5. This thing looks cool. I like this right here. Like this down here, the PlayStation symbols. This thing has the 2 USB ports on the back, the Ethernet port, and then the HDMI. And then we have the power plug-in here. On the bottom, you have this thing for the vertical stand. And then on the front, looks like you have 2 USB-C ports, and then you have the power button here. All right, so a few things I have here is the external disk drive and the vertical stand. So I'm gonna install both of these right now, so that way you guys can see how to do this, and then I'm gonna install the SSD for my PS5. So we'll do the disk drive first. All right, so let's get this thing open. Damn, this thing is like stuck in here, dude. How the hell am I supposed to get this thing out? All right, there we go. And then let's open up this. This thing comes with these little feet things too. Okay. This looks like the front plate. Then here's the disk drive. There's the instruction manual. So let's open this thing up. So that's what it looks like, the disk drive. All right, first thing you gotta do, you gotta make sure this thing is facing the bottom part. So it's gonna be this part right here where it has the PlayStation symbols on the bottom. And then once you have that, on this side, there's these little clips underneath, but all you have to do is pull it up until you hear those clips, and then you just pull this thing off. Then on the disk drive, you're gonna look for these 2 clips down here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna align these clips to these parts right here. Then you just align these clips down here, put that in there, and then This thing right here, you just push that in there. And you'll hear it clip right here on this side. And then once that's on there, you can see this is the cover that it came with, and it has these things right here. You just take that and align it to this side. Just like that. And then on this side, you just press down until you hear it all clip. All right, cool. So now we have the disk drive installed on here, and that should be good to go. So next thing we're gonna do is put on the vertical stand. Let's get this thing open too. Let's unbox this. All right. Ooh, that thing looks nice. It's like super shiny. And there's a little screw right there. All right, so first thing you gotta do is put this thing upside down. So that way you see the screw cap thing. This is the screw cap thing right here. You gotta take that off. All right, so I'm gonna take this thing off. You just pull it out of there. So once you do that, on the vertical stand, there's a little thing that says triangle circle. You put the screw cap, your old one, in that little hole right there. The next thing you're gonna do is align this thing on the top of the PS5 Pro and just align this hole right here, and make sure the wide side is on this wide side of the PS5 Pro and the narrow side's on the narrow side of the PS5 Pro. And then you're gonna take the screw that came with the vertical stand and then just screw that in there. And make sure it's not too tight because you don't want to break this thing. This one's good to go. All right, y'all, so now we have the PlayStation 5, the original one, disc version, the PS5 Pro, and then the Xbox Series X. This one's like pretty close to the PS5. Obviously, it's a lot bigger than the Xbox. So it does look slimmer on the top, I think. And I don't know, it's pretty close. I mean, it's like shaped a little different on the front. Like this front looks skinnier than this front right here, but on the back here, it looks fatter here on this than the PS5. So, all right, so now I'm gonna put the feet on these things. So one thing you wanna know, if you put on the external disk drive, they come with bigger feet than the ones that come with the PS5 Pro. So this is the original one. This one's the larger one. Since this thing has this bump over here, you're gonna need something that's larger on the feet. So I'm gonna put this on. So on the bottom of the PS5 Pro, you have these little slots here for the feet. So you just put that in there and it just sticks in. And then you do the other one and that's it. You can see that this one is definitely lower than the original PS5. It's a lot slimmer. That's cool because it makes it easier to put in different places if you don't have a lot of space on your TV stand. Xbox is still the highest. All right, guys, so now we're gonna take the SSD drive that I have in my PS5 and I'm gonna install it into the PS5 Pro. So how you do this, I have the disk drive side up here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the top right corner of this a little bit and then pull down. Just press it pull it towards you this way, and then it should come off like that. Man, this thing is super dusty. Look at that. All right, so this is where the SSD drive is. So what you're gonna do is, you see the screw right here, you're just gonna take a little screwdriver, just unscrew that real quick. Pull that out. This thing just comes up like that. There's another little screw right there. So you're gonna unscrew this. And I'm gonna take this out. Now the SSD, you can just pull this out of the slot. And then just make sure you guys don't lose this thing right here, because that keeps it aligned, keeps the SSD aligned with the slot. I'm gonna put the screw back on here. I'm not really gonna tighten it. I'm just gonna screw this on a little bit. There we go. Now we're gonna put this plate back on. And then I'm gonna just put the plate back on here. All right, so now I have the PS5 Pro, and So I basically laid it down with the front facing down like this. And just like before, there's these clips on the side. So the easiest way to do it is if you pull the top right corner and then just pull those up. And then it just comes out like that. Just like on the PS5, you have the plate right here for the SSD slot. Now I'm just gonna take this screwdriver and take off this top screw and then pull this thing off. And then just like the PS5, you have the other screw right here. What you need to do is you need to take this off and then place it to where it aligns with the SSD drive. All right, so I'm gonna take off this screw. Let's pull that out of there. And it comes with that little part that goes underneath it. You're gonna take this little thing first and just put it like right there. And then you're gonna align this thing. It'll have the little cutout right here on this side. And then just make sure it aligns properly into that slot and then push it in. You'll hear it click. And then I'm just gonna put this screw. So just like that. Just screw this in and make sure it's not too tight. When you feel the resistance, just stop. So now we have the SSD installed on our PS5 Pro. So now I have 2 terabytes here and then 2 terabytes internally. So we have 4 terabytes altogether. And then I'm just gonna put this plate back on. Basically the same process as the PS5. So what I do is I put on this side first. Just has these three tabs here. Just align those in there first. And once you do that, I kind of bend this part a little bit out to get the other sides in, and then you can hear it click. You can hear those tabs on this side click in. If you're not sure if all the tabs clicked in, you can just place it vertically. You can look inside to see if there's any tabs that are like sticking out. All right, so now I have the disk drive installed, the SSD installed, and this thing's ready to go. So I'm gonna plug this in and make sure that everything works and load it all up. All right, cool. So now we got the PS5 Pro hooked up. Let's turn this thing on and make sure it works. So it looks like it lights up blue when you first turn it on. And there we go. Looks like it's working. There it is. All right, so you gotta plug in the controller first. So we're gonna take this thing that came with the console and plug in the Astrobot controller. Let's plug this into the front. All right, I'm just gonna skip all this stuff. It recognized the SSD that I installed. All right, so it's gonna run an update. So it's just finishing up this update now. It recognized the SSD and it's good to go. So it says to register the disk drive to the PS5. So this is the external disk drive. Insert a game disk. So I'm just gonna use Final Fantasy 16 for this. All right, so it gives me the QR code to sign into my PlayStation account. If I wanna transfer data from another console, we're gonna do transfer now. All right, so I found my console. With this, you gotta make sure that your PS5 is still plugged in, your old one. Make sure that it's turned on and then connected to your network. So that's how it's gonna find it. Basically just walks you through it. You gotta press this button within the time limit. So you gotta press this for 1 second. So you hear that beep. And then after you select what you wanna transfer, it starts the transfer process. Hey cat, you're in my spot. All right. Rio, you ready to do a YouTube video? Say meow. Alright, so it just restarted right now. PlayStation 5. Dang. So yeah, it looks like these are my games that were saved on my SSD. So these are all there. Cool. So it looks like it's good to go. Check out the game library. Yeah, it looks like everything's good. Alright you guys, so that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. This was just an unboxing video, but I'm gonna do a review on the PS5 Pro probably within the next few weeks or so. I'm gonna take some time to play it. I'll hit you guys with the review pretty soon. If you wanna learn how to play your PS5 without your TV, check out my other video about the Portal and remote play. That video also has, I'm doing a giveaway. So for all my day ones, if I ever reach 100 subscribers, I'm giving away a free Backbone controller or a free DualSense controller brand new to random subscriber. Make sure you guys check out that video and read the comment. If this video was useful to you, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That's all I got for you guys. Peace.